The Noble Eightfold Path is the Buddha's guide to ending suffering and attaining enlightenment. It is the fourth of the Four Noble Truths and serves as the practical path to liberation. The Eightfold Path is divided into three categories: wisdom, paññā, ethical conduct, sila, and mental discipline, samadhi. Before moving further, let me tell you that in this video, we will try and understand the basic concepts rather than discussing the Noble Eightfold in detail. I invite you to subscribe and join in this infinite journey to know Buddhism as a way of life. Each of these topics adds lightness to human life if practiced regularly, and we will discuss all of them, one after another, in our upcoming videos. Let's begin to unfold the 8 factors of the Noble Eightfold Path from roots of wisdom. Right view is understanding the Four Noble Truths, which are: life has suffering. Life is inherently filled with suffering. Suffering comes in many forms: birth, aging, illness, death, separation from loved ones, unfulfilled desires, and dissatisfaction. Even pleasurable experiences are temporary and lead to suffering when they fade. Suffering is caused by craving. Suffering arises from craving and attachment. There are 3 types of craving in this context: craving for sensual pleasures like food, wealth, relationships; craving for existence like fame, power, eternal life; craving for non-existence like escape and destruction. Attachment to impermanent things leads to frustration, anxiety, and pain. Third truth is, suffering can be ended. Suffering can be ended by letting go of craving and attachment. This state of liberation from suffering is called nirvana. Nirvana is the cessation of greed, hatred, and delusion, the ultimate peace and freedom. Final truth, the Eightfold Path, leads to the end of suffering. This is the middle way, avoiding extreme indulgence and self-mortification. Another foundation of wisdom, right intention. It is cultivating thoughts of renunciation, loving kindness, and compassion, while abandoning selfish desires, hatred, and cruelty. If you remember the second category of the Noble Eightfold Path, ethical conduct, living with virtue. So how to obtain this? With right speech, by speaking truthfully, kindly, and meaningfully, by avoiding lies, gossip, harsh words, and idle chatter, or excessive talking about unimportant matters. With right action, by acting ethically, following the 5 precepts: do not kill, practice non-violence, do not steal, do not engage in sexual misconduct, do not lie, do not consume intoxicants. With right livelihood, by earning a living in a way that does not harm and hurt others. The third and final category of the Noble Eightfold Path, mental discipline. Training the mind, which further consists of 3 ways to practice it effectively and maintain wholesome state. A wholesome state is a positive, skillful, or beneficial mental and moral condition that leads to inner peace, wisdom, and liberation from suffering. These states promote happiness, clarity, and spiritual growth in oneself and others. This state requires making right and continuous effort to prevent unwholesome states from arising, overcome unwholesome states that have already arisen, cultivate wholesome states, maintain and strengthen wholesome states. Similarly, mental discipline is acquired by right mindfulness. And that too requires practicing. Practice of 4 foundations of mindfulness: mindfulness of the body, breath, posture; mindfulness of feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral; mindfulness of mind, thoughts, emotions; mindfulness of mental objects. Developing clear awareness of the body, feelings, mind, and mental states provides space for important things. Final step: right concentration. It is developing deep mental focus through meditation, practicing meditative absorption to cultivate inner peace and insight. By following the path, one gradually transforms suffering into wisdom, ignorance into enlightenment, and restlessness into peace. The Eightfold Path is not a set of rules, but a way of life that leads to freedom from suffering and ultimate liberation. By practicing these 8 steps with sincerity and persistence, one can awaken to the truth and live with clarity, compassion, and wisdom.